Our design evolves around the idea of density and verticality. When you look at our structure from afar, you can feel that it fits in its context very well in terms of materiality and geometry. It is as if we're trying to mimic the layers of branches above the river. When you are inside the structure, you can feel the enclosure is extended from the branches above. It is also interesting to notice the transparency created by the roof of the branches above and the hanging timber, which casts beautiful shadow.
The main aim of our group project was to produce a bridge that led the user to all parts of the river through a series of steps that had varying heights that worked around nature. Our initial design was made up of the same material to make these steps, but as the project progressed, we started to use other materials that we found on site, such as sticks, and we also learned how cross-bracing can help make the steps a lot more stable. By the end of the week, we produced 3 steps of various levels, each using a different material. But one obstacle that we came across was that they didn't look like they were part of the same project, so we used tarp in order to tie them all together.
Our initial design all kind of went about trying to create spaces and utilising different elements of the river, such as noise or the viewpoints, and that sort of thing. So initially we were looking at a bunch of different materials for the seating area between the bridges, and we found that when we moved to a bigger scale, that weaving small sticks in between and creating a really strong mesh was the best way to go. So in the end, our final design was 3 triangular shapes with a woven mesh in between that were placed at different points on the river that you could sit on, and you had different viewpoints, and we were kind of playing around with the different ways they could be placed on the river, both horizontally but also the vertical component. And these were placed on logs using rubber bindings together, so we were also testing out different types of jointing as well.
Now, wait, see that one's gone, wait. You have to go the other side.
Orientated so that it's...
Okay, I'm documenting now.
Just go a little bit further, it's not very far.